Hopefully Serena will offset a little bit of the disappointment from Djokovic, I guess, for you. What are you going to do? This isn't your decision. He's not allowed to enter the country based on COVID protocol, right?
Yeah, that's correct, Joe. Look, Novak's a great champion. He's a three-time U.S. Open champion as well. We would have loved to have him here in the field, but the federal policies being what they are, he's not able to get into the U.S. To travel to the U.S. And if he were here, he'd be eligible to play. There are no vaccine requirements, but it's going to be a great tournament regardless.
Serena, we were just doing the math. She's, I still think of her as very youthful, and she is very youthful. But 27 years, a 27-year career, and Jordan-esque. I don't know who you compare it to. It's just a matter of opinion at that point. Who one of the greatest athletes to dominate any sport is.
Yeah, I think you're right. Look, she has transcended our sport. She's the greatest player to ever step on the court. She has blazed a trail along with her sister, a new trail into our sport against all odds. And I think she's inspired millions of fans around the world, not just to pick up a racket and maybe achieve excellence in sports, but also to try to achieve excellence in life. And she's a great representative for all the great things that come through tennis and come through sports and the opportunities that are created. And we're hugely appreciative that she was able to announce her evolution away from the game in advance of this tournament, which gives her fans an opportunity to properly celebrate her on the game's biggest stage before she starts to leave the courts.
It's an amazing event. I love it every year. I couldn't believe, Lew, how interested I got in the nuance for whether you should be allowed to coach from the stands in tennis, and how you would regulate that, and the rationale for doing it. There's a lot of, I guess, sort of legacy players that are making the point that it's an individual sport, and part of the competition is getting your own head together and facing problems that your coach has prepared you for prior to the match, but he shouldn't be there after every point telling you what to do. And it just seems like you're opening up a Pandora's box here. I can't imagine how much coaching is going to be done, but you might say it's been going on anyway. We might as well have a say in how. But I don't know. Maybe just enforce it better and keep the rule the way it is. I don't know how I feel. I saw both sides really explained well when I looked into the issue.
Yeah, Joe. It's taken a long time to get here. And you're right, there are arguments on both sides. We're very interested to see, does it create a new dynamic that will pull in more fans or hold your interest to see what transpired? We've actually been experimenting with coaching during the qualifying tournaments here for a number of years, and that's gone very smoothly. The ATP is now introducing coaching. The women have had on-court coaching during some breaks for many years, and we don't think it's ever taken away from the competitive aspect of the sport, the individual aspect of the sport. And at the same time, we also recognize that there is coaching that is taking place. It puts a huge burden on the officials to try to manage that over the course of a match, and we're optimistic that it's just going to further elevate the level of play. So that will be new this year, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out over the course of the tournament.